ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 28, beginning from verse number 1. So in the previous chapter we studied Indra's prayers to Sri Krishna and then Abhishek of Sri Krishna by Surabhi, Indra and other devas. So now in this chapter he will describe Krishna being worshipped by Varuna. So that's the story of this chapter. That Nanda Maharaj was taken away by one servant of Varuna because he went to take bath in the Yamuna river, early morning, and then Krishna went to Varuna Loka, where he was worshipped by Varuna. Sri Badarayani Uvacha, Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, Ekadashyam niraharaha samabhyarcha janardanam snatum nandastu kalindya dvadashyam jalamavishat. So Nanda Maharaj, he was observing Ekadashi, because this Abhishek happened on Ekadashi. So it's same day, or that night, when Krishna was given Abhishek. So that was a fasting day. Nanda Maharaj was also fasting. This is the Kartik Sukla Paksha, bright fortnight Ekadashi. So this shows that Brajvasis also do Ekadashi. Because there are some Vaishnavas here in Vrindavan, they don't follow Ekadashi. But Nanda Maharaj was following himself, which means also others. So when it is said Nirahara, he was doing, not eating anything, not eating fruits or this or that, complete fast. So Ekadashyam Nirahara Samabhyarcha Janardanam Snatum Nandastu Kalindyam Dvadashyam Jalam Avashat. So he fasted and he worshipped Janardana. Janardana here means Vishnu or Narayana. Krishna is also called Janardana, but here it does not mean Krishna. And then he went at night to take bath in Yamuna river. So the reason is that sometimes the fast of Ekadashi is done in Dvadashi, when there is two Dvadashis, Anjali Dvadasi, and then the fast also has to be broken in Dvadasi only. It's very unusual. Generally, if you fast Ekadasi, you break fast on Dvadasi, you fast on Dvadasi, you break fast on Trayodasi. Fast is broken next day. But there is one particular fast, so it happens to be that. And then this is when Dvadasi, there are two Dvadasis. So Dvadasi obviously does not last very long after sunrise, so you have to break fast only in that period. And on that particular day, all the puja and everything has to be done before. So that is the Dvadasi. So therefore he has to take bath early, and that's why he went to take bath in the river early. So after midnight and before the Brahma Muhurta, that is called Asuric time. So one should not enter in water in that period. So that was the period which he took dip in Yamuna. So that's what is Snatum Nandastu Kalindya Dvadashyam Jalam Avishat. So on Dvadasi, he entered into the water of Kalindi river. Sri Vishnath Chakravarti Thakur, he comments, Astavimshe Bhavan Nandaharanam Varuna Stuti Gopanam Vishmayot Brahma Vaikuntha Darshanam. So in this 28th chapter, there is a description of kidnapping of Nanda Maharaj, and then prayers of Varuna to Sri Krishna. And then it describes how the Vrajavasis, when they heard it, they were very astonished to know that this Krishna is God. How is this that Varuna is? Because they did not see Indra praying or Brahma. So all this happened in the Paroksha, not in their presence, but this Nanda Maharaj himself witnessed, and then he came and gave the news to everybody. If somebody gets kidnapped, then everybody wants to know what happened, how did it happen, right? People hear the story again and again. ask questions. So he disappeared, then he appeared, then everybody flocked around him. Where did you go? What happened? What happened? So he told the wonderful story. So now they became convinced that Krishna is God. So then they asked him, what will happen to us when we die? Are we going to Vaikuntha or not? Where will we go? So therefore they will have Vaikuntha darshan. So that is being described in this chapter. Goloka is also Vaikuntha. No? They are already in Goloka, they want to see Vaikuntha. So Indrasya agascha tat shanti muktva svasmriti magate varunasya pite vaktum Bhāgavatam munihi. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti said that after describing the offense which was done by Indra and then his prayers to Krishna, so he remembered the story of Varuna, how Varuna also offended. So there are offense by Brahma, offense by Indra, offense by Varuna, of Kaliya. So all these stories. So then he started describing the story of Varuna here. Jalam avishat. In the sloka it is said that Jalam avishat, he entered into the water. Iti arunodayadapi purvam kala matra avshishtayam dvadashyam parana prapti-artham shastragya balenaiva iti. So one may ask this question that did Nanda Maharaj not know this, that he should not go and enter into Yamuna so early? So he says no, he knew it, but because he has to do the paran on Dvadashi, fasting, and that Dvadashi was only for a very short period, Kala Matra, which means just few minutes. So you have to be ready and then break the fast. It's not that you take bath later on, so you have to do all the puja, etc. before. So therefore he says that arunodayadapi purvam kala matra avshishtayam dvadashyam paran prapti. So that's why he entered into Yamuna before Arunodaya, on the strength of Shastra itself. Shastra, there is an injunction for this. Tathacha Shastram, what is the injunction? He says, Kalardha dvadasim drishtva nishitha durdhvamevahi amadhyanya kriya sarva kartavya sambhu shashanat. So this is an instruction of Shambhu, means Shiva, that if Dwadasi is lasting for a short period, Kalardha means just few minutes, then you should do all the kriyas or activities which you do till noon time after the midnight. Nishadad urdhvamevahi kriya sarva kartavya. So therefore you have to take bath for that. So this was the reason. Took bath so early. Tam grihitva nayadbhrityo varunasya srontikam avagyaya surim velam pravishtam udukam nishi. So because Nanda Maharaj entered so early, then a servant of Varuna, who is an asura, so he knew that this is not a right time, and therefore he caught Nanda Maharaj at night, who had entered into the water, and brought him to Varuna. Varunasya antikam anayat. Varunasya bhritya asura. So servant of Varuna was asura. Varunasya antikam anayat, and he carried Nanda Maharaj to him. Tatra hetu asurim velam avagyaya udkam pravishtam iti ajnanena tasmin dosha kalpanam. So he says that he thought that this is wrong for him to enter because this is Asuri Vela, but he should have known that this is allowed on that particular occasion. This is an exception. So he did not know that. That's why he is being called Asura. Means he was not following Ekadasi himself. If he was following, he would have known. So Sri Nandena tu Shastragya Balenaiva Udke Pravishtaman. Nanda Maharaj has entered into river on the strength of the Shastric injunction. So he was not wrong. Ateva agre vakshate ajanatam mama kena mudhena. So later on Varuna himself will confess this, that this foolish servant of mine did not know this, and therefore he has made a mistake. Chakrushu tama pashyanta Krishna Rameti Gopakaha Bhagavan stad upashrutya pitram varunahritam tadantikam gato rajan svanam abhedo vibhu. So Nanda Maharaj had some assistants with him because he was like chief of them, so he was not walking alone like that. So he had some guards. They were waiting on the bank. He went inside the river and he disappeared. They never saw him. So they started shouting, and they shouted for Krishna, Krishna, Ram, Balaram, Balaram. So then Krishna, who was of course not nearby at that time, he heard. Therefore he is called here as Bhagavan, all-knowing, Sarvagya. So he heard, and then he understood that Nanda Maharaj or his father Pitram Varuna Ahritam has been abducted by servant of Varuna. Therefore he went to Varuna Loka to give fearlessness to his devotees, because he is Vibhu, means he is capable, he is powerful. So the Sukadeva Goswami is not giving any details. He just says he heard, he went, and brought him. So Gopakaha, so Gopaka here does not just means Gopas, but it says Snanartham Ratrau Gatasya Tasya Rakshakaha. So they were his bodyguards who accompanied him when he went to take dip in the Yamuna river. Tat kroshnam upsritya tadanim durtaha pushpashayayam shayanopi upnikate eva shrutva iti tasya sarvadesha vartitvat. So when they shouted, Krishna was far away sleeping on the bed of roses. You heard this saying? That it's not a bed of roses. So he was sleeping on the pushpashaya, flower bed. But he heard it as if they were nearby him. Otherwise, how is he going to hear at a far distance? Some people are shouting. Of course, at night there is not much sound, so you can hear long distance. So he heard it as if they were just right next to him, calling him. So he comments, he says, why? Because he is sarvadesha vartitvat, because he is everywhere. So pitaram varnahritam gyatva iti shesha. And he understood that his father has been carried away by Varuna, not really by Varuna, but Varuna's servant. Tadanimeva rakshaka gopanam nikatam etya kvame tato nimajja iti drishtva tatraiva tatat sajjampam nimajya tadantikam varunantikam gata. So then he came running where these guards were there, and he asked them that where did he enter into the water. So they pointed, well, he went here. So then he also jumped inside. Sajjampam. made a splashing sound, jump, and went to Varuna Loka. So how do you go to Varuna Loka? You used to go to Yamuna every day, remember? So did you see Varuna Loka? Did you see Varuna Loka there? No? No, you didn't try. So you have to go deep, then you will go there. So he went and then he took the route to Varuna Loka from there. Right? So you know where is Varuna Loka. So he came there. So why he did this? So Swanam Abhayada, because he gives fearlessness to his devotees. Tatah Shakashat Nandam Aniya Yatinam Abhayam Dasya Nityartha. So because how he gave them fearlessness, so he brought Nanda Maharaj from there, and then everybody was happy. So now Varuna, he was very surprised. Suddenly Krishna appeared there. So he recognized him. Means Varuna was not like Brahma or Indra. Varuna is more intelligent. Otherwise he would also capture him. Who are you? Isn't it? If he captured his father, he would also capture him. So no, he says, Praptam Viksha Hrishikesham Lokapalaha Saparyaya Mahatya Pujitvaha Taddarshana Mahotsavaha. So as soon as he saw Krishna, Hrishikesha, then he worshipped him with great honor, big festival. Taddarshan Mahotsava. He was very pleased to see him. People do all types of austerities, tapasyas to see Krishna. Still they are not successful. Here he is seeing, sitting in his own palace. So he is very fortunate. So there is no comment on this. Purushottam Prabhu, your hand is up. What is the question?
Vishwanath Chakravarti's two sloks which you read, initial, here it says to read, I think you read Tat Santim, and I see the reading Tat Kshatim.
This Kshatim is wrong.
Kshatim means wrong, okay.
Kshanti means forgiving him. Shamu. Kshati is mistake. So then Varuna is praying. Simple prayer, not very long, just 4 slokas. Not a lengthy one. Because he knew that these people have to go and break fast. So he has to do it quick, yeah? Otherwise the whole purpose for which he went to take dip will not be served. So Sri Varuna Uvacha. Adya me nibhrito deho adyaivartho adhigatah prabho tvatpada bhajo bhagwan navapu paramadhvanah. So he said that today having this body has become successful. Adya me deho nibhritaha safalam jata. This is the success, having this human birth, if you can have darshan of Krishna. And artho adhigata prabhu. I have achieved all artha. Varuna is very opulent, but he says today I attained the real artha, real wealth, because I have attained your darshan, O Lord. And then he says, Tvat pada bhajo bhagwan avapuhu paramadhvana. Those who take shelter of your feet, who worship your feet, they go beyond the material path. Param Advana. Advana means the cycle of birth and death. They transcend. They have transcended Avapo. So, which means that I will also go beyond. So, Adya Nitram Bhrito Dhritaha. He says, today my life has become successful. Etavad tin paryantam sahasrasho deha vritha eva dhrita tvad darshana labha bhavaditi bhavan. So the meaning is that till now I have taken hundreds and thousands of births, but they were all futile. Only this body has become successful, this birth has become successful because I got your darshan. In other births I never had darshan like this. So now I am fortunate. Arthop api adyaiva adhigata. And it is only today that I have attained artha. So artha means wealth, artha means goal, artha means purpose. So everything means I have attained my goal, purpose of my life, or I have attained the true wealth in the form of your darshan. So all other births were useless. Sarva ratnakara patina api itah purvam naivam vidho artha prapta iti bhava. So Varuna is known as the Lord of water, which also means that he is the Lord of the ocean. Ocean is water body. Ocean is called Ratnakar. Ratnakar means she is the mine of gems. So he says, although I am the Lord of the gems, mine of gems of the ocean, but today only I have achieved the true wealth, true gem in the form of your darshan. Tvat padau bhajante eva adhvana samsarasya param avapu. And those people who worship your feet, they have gone beyond this material creation. So, Tvatpad Bhaja, Bhaja is giving the meaning that while they are even worshipping, they transcend. Not that they have attained perfection in worshiping, but Bhajanta eva. While even worshipping, they cross this material world, or they have crossed. Aham tu etadrisham darshanam api prapta. So my fortune is so great that I am not only just worshipping your feet, but I am having you directly present here. Aho mad bhagyasya parakashtha iti bhava. Therefore, what can I say of my good fortune? There is no comparison to it. So he is feeling greatly fortunate. Namastubhyam Bhagavate Brahmane Paramatmane Nayatra Shruyate Maya Loka Srishti Vikalpana. I bow down to you who is Bhagavan, who is Brahman, who is Paramatma. So all three, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan. So all three are mentioned here in this sloka. So this shows that Krishna is everything. Varuna says. And says that you are free from Maya. Nayatra Shruyate Maya Loka Srishti Vikalpana. What is Maya? Maya is that which creates the various lokas, Loka Srishti Vikalpana. So you are free from that, because there is no Maya in Krishna, in Vaikuntha, as Brahma experienced. Pravartate yatra rajas tamastayo sattvam cha mishram na cha kala vikrama nayatra maya kimuta parer harer anumbrita yatra surasura archita. So there is no rajas there, there is no tamas there, there is no sattva there, there is no mixture of these three. And there is no maya, there is no time. So therefore it says, Nayatra Sruyate Maya. So Bhaktya Jnanena Yogena Cha Tvameva Upashyatya. So these three names, Bhagavate, Brahmane, Paramatmane, this signifies that there are three types of sadhakas. There are bhaktas, so their goal is Bhagavan. Then there are jnanis, their goal is Brahman. And then there are yogis, their goal is Paramatma. So he says the meaning is that whether somebody is a devotee, somebody is a jnani, somebody is a yogi, you are the object of their attainment. You are worshipable by all, by the jnanis, by the yogis, by the bhaktas, of course. So Maya Sabalyadeva Tatra Bhagavattvadi iti achakshana bhranta eva ityaha nayatriti loka srishtir vidhi vidha kalpanam. So there are type of jnanis who say that Bhagavan's body is Maya Sabalya, means it is a mixture of Maya. It's Brahman who is conditioned by the sattvic part of Maya. So that's how they understand. So he says, these people are bhranta. They are confused. They are in religion. They don't have proper understanding. It's like if your head is reeling, then you can see things wrongly. They don't exist. So that is called bhranta or bhranti. Why? Because in your form, in your body, there is no Maya. There is no any product of Maya in it. Lok srishti vikalpana. Ajanata mamekena mudhena karyavedina anitoyam tav pita tadbhavan kshantum arhati mamapi anugraham krishna kartum arhasya sheshadrik govindaniyatamesh pitate pitrivatsalaha. He says that this servant, foolish servant, who does not know Shastra, out of ignorance, he brought your father here. Therefore, please forgive me, because he is my servant, so his mistake is my mistake. So, Bhritya Aparadhe Swamino Danda. Servant makes mistake, master gets punished. And Kumaras went to see Vishnu and they cursed Jay and Vijay because they stopped them on the gate. There was a big scuffle there, fighting, because they didn't want to go there. They had put their stick, remember, to block their gate, their path. So they started shouting. Vishnu heard it inside, he came out. Like if you are sitting in your room, big noise going outside, you come out to see what happened. Why are people shouting? So he came out, he saw them. And then he tried to pacify the Kumaras. He says, please forgive them because they are my people and they have offended you. So I am responsible for that. So he took the responsibility. He did not say that these are nonsense people, No, he says, yeah, it is my responsibility. So this is how Varuna is also saying. A good master is like that. So therefore he says, Anito em tau pita tad bhavan. So please pardon me, because out of ignorance he has brought your father. So an interesting thing is that in one sentence he is using two separate, what you call, pronoun for Krishna. One he is using in second person, which is the normal one, your father, tau pita. And then in Sanskrit you can also use the third person for the second person, bhavan. So he says tau pita, your father, there he uses tau, and then he says bhavan, he uses then third person, bhavan kshantum arhati. Otherwise it should be arhasi. So what happened to Varuna here? So he was so much in anxiety that he didn't know what he's saying. He's saying tau pita and he's saying bhavan. Should have said bhavatah pita and tad bhavan. Or he should have said tattvam kshantum arhasi. So it happens like this. Because suddenly Krishna appeared there, he's so much of sambhram, awe and reverence, that he's faltering in his speech. And he says, not only that you forgive, but also bless me. Mamapi anugraham Krishna kartum arhasya sheshadrik. He says, you are a sheshadrik, you know everything, so it behooves you to also give your grace to me. And then he says that, oh Govinda, so he already knew that he is Govinda, just new name he got. So he says, Govinda, niyatam esha pitate pitri vatsala. He says, you are very affectionate to your father, that's why you have come here, so you can take your father. So that's all. He did not go into some lengthy prayers or everything is simple. Okay? He kept it very simple. Short and sweet, as they say. So now the commentary says, Kim bho mam evam stuvan lajjase. So Krishna is saying that, oh, what is wrong with you? You are reciting prayers, then why are you feeling shy? What is this combination? So then he says, Satyam, he says it's true, Mahapradho me jate. He says, because I have committed offense to him. Ajanata, because not knowing this servant. Dvadashya alpatve arunodayat purvam api jale praveshtavyam iti bhakti shastra nabhigyena. He says this servant did not know. So what is that he did not know? He says he did not know that when Dvadashi is very short period, there is not much time for breaking the fast. Sometimes it comes that you only have like 5-6 minutes. You have to break fast in that period only. So he says in that situation you can also enter in water before Arunodaya. Arunodaya is 96 minutes. Or is it only 48 minutes? Arunodaya is 96 minutes? Okay. So you can also enter into the water before 96 minutes prior to sunrise. Ateva mudhena akarya vedina mama bhrityopi mat karyam na jananti. So therefore he is foolish, and therefore he does not know his duty well, because his job is not to trouble dharmic people, only those who are breaking the rule. So he did not break the rule. Tav pita anita ayam iti. He says, yeah, he brought your father here. So he's showing it to him. Ratna chatuskika madhya asinam svena pujitam sveshta deva smarana ratam srinandam svanjala darshayati. So then he showed him that, look, your father is there. He was sitting on a very beautiful throne studded with gems, and Varuna had also already worshipped him and respected him. So he showed to him that here is your father. Tava kshama sindhutvat mama tu aparadhi sindhutvat dandayashyasi chet yatheshtam dandayati bhava. So since Varuna deals with water, so he says that you are the ocean of forgiveness and I am the ocean of offense, because his language is oceans, So he says, you are Kripa Sindhu, and you are Kshama Sindhu, I am Aparadha Sindhu. So you want to punish me, you can punish me the way you like. So that's always his prayer, nothing more. Sri Shuka Uvacha. Sri Shukdev said, Evam prasaditah Krishno Bhagavan Ishwarishwaraha Adayagata Swapitram Bandhun Chavahan Mudam. So there is no description here what Krishna told to Varuna. Did he say anything or not? I think they were in a big hurry to come back. So there is nothing, no mention, that's all. So Shukdev Goswami says that in this way, when Krishna was pleased, who is Bhagavan, Ishvara, 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 so he accepted Nanda Maharaj and Swapitram Adaya Agat Bandhun Chavahan Mudam, and he returned back, and thus bringing joy to his friends and family members. Everybody was jubilant to see Nanda Maharaj, because already the news spread, even at night. Must be night time, right? So already the news spread, everybody was already waiting. And now everybody is happy. And Nanda Maharaj is most blissful, because he did not see his son being worshipped like this before. Nandastotindriyam drishtva lokapala mahodayam krishnecha sannatim tesham jatibhyo vishmito bravit. So Nanda Maharaj, he was very astonished, because he saw this great opulence of Lokapal, Varuna. Varuna is one of the 8 Lokapalas, protector of the different lokas. Western side is protected by Varuna, west direction. So he also said that this Varuna was bowing down in front of Krishna like he is a big god. He says, I was very surprised. I am the father and he is my little son. And he was standing in front of him. This is unbelievable. So this was completely Vishmita Abravit. He was so astonished. He says, how is this? This little boy got so much respect from Varuna, because you can think of people of India, what image they have of Indra, Varuna, Chandra, all this. And now somebody worships the sun with so much respect and asking, please forgive, take your father. This guy made a mistake. So he was completely astonished. So therefore he was telling this to everybody. Says, look guys, you don't know who is this guy. We thought that he is Narayan Sama, he is equal to Narayana. He is not Narayan Sama, it's not, he is Narayan himself. So Atindriyam Ati Chamatkara Vanti Indriyani Yatastam. So he says that I saw such opulence, because Vraj opulence is not manifest, otherwise Vraj is the most opulent. Here it is just more natural, not some gems rolling around or palatial buildings, nothing like that. They just live simple in bullock carts, simple houses, cows, that's all. Because they move from place to place. They cannot, you will need big trucks to move the palace. So he says, this was Atindriya, something which is not seen. Mahodayam means Mahashwaryam, great opulence. Tesham Lokpalanam, of Lokpala. So Abravit iti Dvadashi Madhyeva Paranam Kritva. So when did he tell this story? He says first he did his Parana, which was important. Kritva Asthanyam Upvishya iti Gayam. So after the Paran was done, nobody has the anxiety of their breakfast, everybody had it. And then he sat. So in the village they have this raised platform, he sat there, and some other senior Gopas are sitting with him, everybody is surrounding. Then he is telling the story to them. So this is the village type of pleasure. This is lost now, but it is very wonderful when the whole village gathers, everybody talks. This was the village fun. Now those days are gone. So now everybody came there, and they were very curious to hear. Techa otsukya dhiyo rajan matva gopastamishwaram apinah swagatim sukshmam upadhasya dadhishwaraha. So now they became convinced. This was the final confirmation that this boy, previously they had doubt that he has got some power, some shakti, some blessing, all this. He says he is Ishvara. So they were very curious, and then they thought that he is Ishvara, he is God. Therefore they wanted to know what is our destination. Nasvagati sukshmam. Sukshmagati means after death. Upadhasya dadhishvara. And what is that he is going to give us, since he is our friend, he is our relative. So what kind of destination he will grant us after death? So this is their curiosity. Atsukya yukta dhirya shamte. So their intelligence is full of curiosity. Swagatim, swaupaska gati. So swagati means their destination of them who worship him or who respect him. Sukshmam mayatitam brahmananda rupam vaikuntha prapti rupam. So sukshma gati here means which is beyond maya, in the form of brahmananda or vaikuntha. Upadhashyat upadhashyati, no upadhashyati, no asman prapyashyate. So what is that he is going to give us? Bhrovajraj tvaya eva purvam gargoktya narayana samya muktam natu narayanatvam. He says, oh Nanda Maharaj, in the past you said that Gargacharya said that he is equal to Narayana, but you never said that he is Narayana himself. Because when he lifted Govardhan, then also this question came. So that time he pacified them by saying, well, Gargacharya said that he is like Narayana. Samprati tu varanah stutya sakshat drishtya yadi narayanatvam eva nirdhareti tada bandhunam asmakam sansarikanam avasyam eva Manorthamayam Puryashyati eva yatastav putra eva mam bhratus putra. So now they are saying that now, since we understand that he was praised by Varuna and you saw it directly, so if it is confirmed that he is Narayana and you yourself are saying, so now if we are your relative, so he is your son. So if he is your son and you are my brother, he is my nephew. So if he is my nephew, what is he going to give me after I die? Do I go to Brahmananda or do I go to Vaikuntha? Two things they want to know. Is it that we go to Brahma or we go to Vaikuntha? Where do we go? So tada bandhunam asmakam. So now they are saying we are all his bandhu. We are all here suffering in the material world, samsarikanam. So definitely he will liberate us because Narayana liberates his bhaktas. Tesham ham samuddharta mrityu sansara sagarat bhavami nachirat partha maya veshata chetasam. So those who have fixed their chetasa on me, I uplift them. So he says our chetasa is on him only all the time. We don't have any other thought. So he will definitely uplift us. But where will he uplift us? That we are very eager to know. That's their question. Asya bhagni putro asya dohitra. So somebody is saying he is my brother's son, somebody is saying he is my sister's husband's son, somebody is saying he is my uncle's son. Everybody is trying to now get a relationship with him. Yeah, I am his uncle, I am in relationship with his grandfather because I am his grandfather's cousin, so he is my grandson. So Dohitra, like that, So Parameshwara vayam asmin ete vayam snihiyami. He says he is Parameshwara and we have so much affection for him. Eva ayam asma su asajjati, and he also has affection for him. Tadbho gopa Parameshwarad asmat swaswa vanchniyam yatheshtam grihitam. So therefore now Nanda Maharaj opened the floodgates. He says, look, he is Parameshwara and we are all very affectionate to him. He also loves us. So you ask him whatever you want to ask him, he will give you. Anything you can ask him. So swaswa vanchniyam yatheshtam grihita, take from him. Ityukte kechidahur vayam mukta e bubhushama. So some people said, we want mukti, we want mukti. People speak whatever they hear. Some said, no, Vaikuntha, I want to go to Vaikuntha, I want to Vaikuntha. So vayam Vaikuntha vasana eva bhushama iti prathak vidhi mateo vivid sankalpavanto babhu. So therefore different people, they were having different requests. I want mukti, I want moksha, I don't want to take birth here in the material world. Another says, well, forget about mukti, I want Vaikuntha and I want to be with Narayan. So in this way they were talking, different sankalpavanto. Natu yuvam nanah sutau sakshat pradhana purusheshwarau iti tatte gato samyaranam madhya padaravindam iti sakheti matva prasbhamya duktam ityukte rimanto vasudevarjunade vaishwarya gyan uparagat svasambandha saithilyavanto bhuvurityat. So now he is making this point that they spoke all these things, but nobody worshipped him. Nobody said, oh, he's Narayan, let's do Arti, or let's do this. They still thought, well, he's just, he's my nephew, he's my this and that. So he's contrasting this with Vasudeva and Devaki. When Krishna Balaram went, then Vasudeva and Devaki, they tell that you are not our children, you are directly Pradhan Purusheshwara. You are the master of Prakriti, to Krishna and Balaram when they went to Mathura. Then Vasudeva and Devaki, they were praying to Krishna and Balaram. So he is citing these two verses that Tatte gato asmi aranam adya padarvindam, that we take shelter of your lotus feet. So this is Vasudeva and Devaki, they said like that, Krishna and Balaram. And then we also know about Arjuna when he saw the universal form, Vishwarupa, then he also started saying, Sakheti matva prasmam yaduktam, that I may have offended you by calling you Sakha, Hey Yadava, all that, oh my friend, so please forgive me all that. So iti ukti manto Vasudeva Arjunadeva Ashwarya Jnanu Pragat. So this means that their devotion became curtailed or subdued or overpowered or overshadowed by the Ashwarya Jnana of Krishna, the knowledge that he is Ishvara. But in case of Vrajvasis, although they have seen so much of his Ashwarya, and now Nanda Maharaj is speaking like this, their devotion did not get overshadowed by this knowledge. They still thought of him as he is our Kanhaiya, but he happened to be Ishvara, that's okay. So nobody became full of awe and reverence, including Nanda Maharaj did not think like this, well, I better not chastise him, he is God, I should respect him. So this did not happen to them. So this is the pure love of Vrajvasis, that it does not get influenced by the Ashwarya Jnana. It does not get diminished. So therefore it says, Swasambandha Sathilyavanto Bhavu. So their relationship, whatever relationship they had, whether it was friend or cousin or uncle or whatever, nephew, grandnephew, etc. In the villages everybody talks like that. They don't call other people by name, they call by relation. Everybody is related in the village. Indian villages, people call each other as if they are part of one family. So that is the custom. So here he says that their feeling of relationship towards Krishna did not become slackened or overshadowed by this knowledge that he is Ishvara. Rather they were very happy that, wow, my cousin is Ishvara. It is so wonderful. I didn't know that. Okay, so I'll stop here. So the Zoom link dropped for you also or only for me?
No, it's fine. If you could switch to the Jiva Canto Wi-Fi, maybe that's the problem.
Okay. Just trying to connect. Anyway, any questions?
Yes, back to the Canto.
Tanmaji, I cannot see.
I have two questions, but I see there are 5 hands up now, so I will only ask one. So, you mentioned that the Jnanis think of Krishna as Brahman delimited by Sattva Guna. So his form is Brahman delimited by Sattva Guna. But on the other hand, form is made of Mahabhutas, which are not coming from Tamas. So how is it that they rationalize his form as Sattva?
Form is made of tamas?
In the sense that the Pancha Mahabhutas are coming, according to Bhāgavata's idea. Ahankara and then Ahankara in Sattva, Ahankara in Rajas, and then Ahankara in Tamas is where it comes into Mahabhutas.
So their understanding is that is only for common people. When it comes to Bhagwan, according to the Advaitavadis, the form is made of Shuddha Sattva. Krishna's form is made from Shuddha Sattva. Vishuddha Sattva, Shuddha Sattva. So they accept. Only thing is that their understanding of Shuddha Sattva or Vishuddha Sattva is the Sattva of Maya. So that's what they think. So it is not tamas. Just like we read in Indra's prayer, Dhvasta Rajas Tamaska. So they also read these slokas and they agree that yes, his form is free from Rajas and Tamas.
So then they also explain that Leela where the arrow enters his foot in the same way as we do, that it's actually just a Maya and not really.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Malati.
But I also have two questions, maybe.
Yeah, just ask.
One is, Brahma is more elevated than Varuna, and he also has 4 heads, he's more intelligent. But when he saw Krishna, he did not realize that he was Parameshvara. So how come that Varuna knew this and Brahma did not?
Maybe he heard the story by now. So he knew. There's also news which spreads.
Okay.
He's a Lokpala. So that happened 2 years before, I think, or whatever, much earlier.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, Bhush.
And the other question is, oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this Asuric servant, was he Asura just by his behavior and not by jati? Because usually Asuras and Devas do not.
Yeah, maybe he was. You see, this Asura which we think of now, originally these Asuras and Suras, they are all children of Kashyapa. Okay? Kashyapa has Diti, Aditi, all these wives. So the sons of Diti are called Daityas. So they are also son of Kashyap. So some of them are, they may be born in one family, but they are working there. They are cousins only. So he may be Asura by birth and still working. It's like Prahlad is also Asura, Bali is also Asura. And they are also devotees.
So they don't have to have their own planes necessarily.
Yeah. Okay, Bhushan.
But you just wanted to confirm my understanding. So although Nanda Maharaj's friends are asking for asking for Krishna or something, it is, you cannot still say that it is not Uttama Bhakti. It is Uttama Bhakti because that was not the predominating motivation to love Krishna. The love of Krishna is independent of whether he is Ishvara or not. Just because they have heard Mukti is good or something, they are asking for it.
Yeah. Just like Krishna is part of their family, their village. They are with him, so they want to know, okay, where will be. They are not thinking that we are eternal devotees of Krishna, we will always be together. He says, we will die, where will we go? We will be with you, or where am I going to be like that? So they will be happy when they will see that they will be again with Krishna. You will see they will be very jubilant. Oh, you are going to be together again. Okay, Sandeep.
So my question was this Shastric injunction of taking bath in the river only after sunrise. This is only for taking bath in the river, not like generally in the bathroom, etc.
Talks. First of all, it is not after sunrise. It is Arunodaya.
Arunodaya. It's 96 minutes before sunrise.
So it is Previously there was no shower like that, whether it is a pond or a well or any body of water. Should not disturb that.
Okay. And second thing I just wanted to check was that like our Navy motto is that some no varna. So some no varna. So is it some prayer or is it just an address to be auspicious unto us? Like
No, it's a Shanti part. Sun no Indra Samvaruna. It's a Shanti part from Upanishad. It's in
yeah,
the
it has
Vedic.
been taken from Vedas.
Yeah. Raga.
Obeisance Pandit. So what happened the day after? For example, Nanda Maharaj, did he forgot about the incident that he came to discover that Krishna is revered there by the demigods, or even if, or he did remember from that day on, they remember that Krishna's Bhagavan still was not affected their Madhurya Ras.
So why would he forget?
He did not forget. So, because I understood that the difference is that the Devaki and Vasudeva, they know Krishna is their son, but is also God. And in the other side, Yasoda and Nanda Maharaj are not aware of that. So when now it becomes that Nanda Maharaj was aware of that. So, and he kept that way.
Yeah, but becoming aware does not mean that now 24 hours he's thinking he's God, he's God, he's God. Okay, he knows, but he's my son. He's also aware that he's my son.
That's it. Thank you, Pandit.
Okay, anything else?
Guruji had the same kind of question. So Nanda Maharaj has two opposite concepts. One is that this person is my son, and the other is that this person is Narayana, okay, who is in charge of the material creation, who is our Lord. They worship Narayana. And yet, they hold these two concepts simultaneously in the brain, in the mind. I'm having a hard time processing it. So, and yet they completely disregard the Narayanship there, in the sense that they just see him as their son, relative, without forgetting the other fact. Both concepts are there, but they still treat him as a child. So that's kind of difficult to do.
And those who are sadhakas here, they also have the same concept or not? I mean, we are studying that Krishna is God, and all the time we are reading, and then if you want to try to establish relationship with that, then we also do sadhana for that. And those who attain perfection, they also have relationship, but they also know that he is God.
Yeah, this is true.
So the idea is that this prema, the important point is that this prema is so strong that it does not become overpowered by this knowledge of Ishvara. That is the important thing.
Thank you, Raj.
All right, anyone else? Okay.